Fran. I wanted to make this video because I really have been wanting to introduce myself to you for a very long time, and forgive my dusty looking appearance right now. It is, let's see, it's 8:35 a.m. in Japan, and I am a broadcast journalist in the Air Force, and I've been stationed in Japan since November of 2018, and I will be leaving November 2019.
Okay, so I have been wanting to reach out to you for a really long time. I just haven't really known exactly how to do it or what to say. Well, not so much, I haven't thought about what to say, but you know, just kind of like I wanted to like get dressed up for you and like, you know, like properly introduce myself and give you a good first impression. However, at the same time, like I have it in my heart to just be raw and yeah, just kind of do it. Just go for it. So I've been following you for, dude, like, I don't know, like maybe 5-7 years. I don't know how long you've been on social media. Well, you said like 10. You've been on you know, the interwebs, sharing your story for like about 10 years. I think I've been following you for at least 5, maybe even 7 of those years. YouTube, like natural curly girl, like Throwback Thursday kind of stuff. So I have been with you for a very long time. I've seen you grow and develop and evolve many, many times, and your personal journey has resonated with me, especially because I'm also born and raised in New York City, from the hood.
Was born in Manhattan, lived in the Bronx, then moved back to the Heights. Then my mom and dad got separated because my dad was physically abusive. We moved to Queens for like 9 years. I experienced abandonment from pretty much both my parents, from 7 to 14. Then when I was 14, we moved back to the Bronx. I was living with my mom, my stepfather, my grandmother, my brother, sister, my niece, all in a 3-bedroom apartment. Was crazy. From 15 to 25, I was in very serious monogamous relationships, and there was so much learning that happened through that, betrayal, like all the things, you know. Now fast forward, I'm 27 now. I joined the Air Force almost 2 years ago, so at 24, 25 was when I made that decision to, you know, join the military, and now I'm here. And I have to say that really watching you
live in your truth and in your joy, and even I've been following Mariam Hasna for, you know, I want to say like 3 years now, thanks to you and so many other people that you have brought into my life because of your work. And I am just so thankful. Like you're definitely one of the people that has leveled me up, and I'm so grateful for you. And like I worship God for people like you who are so authentic in their truth and in their story, and my eyes are watering because like these past couple of weeks I have had so many breakthroughs ever since the new year. Even though like in preparation for the new year I wasn't feeling my best, I was actually very depressed like right before the new year hit, and then I went on a social media fast for like 7 days. And then on January 8th, I went back on social media, and I pretty much was just like raggedy like this, went on with black hoodie, and was just kind of saying like, yeah, I need to slow down and it's okay, you know. And I started sharing my message very strongly since then. It's been about a month. It's like February, I don't know what day. I'm like 14 hours ahead of you. So it's Sunday morning here, but I say all that to say that you've been a huge part of my growth and my journey, and it's only right, I feel, that I connect with you. Not saying that, you know, that I'm entitled to connect with you or that you're obligated to connect with me, but what I am saying is that I feel very called to ask for your support in a more personal way. You know, definitely your podcast has deeply resonated with me. Your wellness segments, you know, even who you are on the friend zone, and like, you know, you are this like this like wellness girl, but at the same time like you're having fun with your friends and you're laughing and you're like, you know, reeling them in, but then like going off with them and like doing all that. So I really have been honored to watch, you know, your growth and just witness like, you know, the different hats that you wear and the different roles that you play online, and even, you know, the things that you share, like everything. Like I just resonate with you on so many levels for so many reasons that I can't really get into right now because this video would be forever. But yeah, I'm Dominican, and we have that connection to like Caribbean culture and all that kind of stuff, and like the dissection between being black and white and indigenous, and like having to manage all those identities and all those like so many layers. So we have a lot of things in common, but obviously we are so different as well. So with all that being said, why am I introducing myself to you like this? Why am I sending you this video and the email that will come along with the video, the email that will come along with the video. I am reaching out to you for two reasons. One is I am in the process of planning an event on August 4th. It is going to be a launch party for my YouTube channel that is coming in June. And the concept of my YouTube channel is actually very similar to the work that you do. The way I'm communicating it to the world is multi-dimensional self-care. I want to talk about, you know, mental, emotional, spiritual, social, education and career, relationships, because that's a big one for me. And then personal self-care, like, you know, managing this vessel and this vehicle that we've been given. So physical self-care as well. I'm in the military, so obviously PT is a big thing. Like I have to work out with my unit 3 times a week, and it's pretty intense. And I've learned a lot. I've never been an athletic person, but being in the military kind of like they tell us in basic training that, you know, we are considered professional athletes now because we have to, you know, be prepared for, you know, war if it were to be the case. So saying all that to say that my brand isn't fully realized in the physical realm yet, but I actually do want to consult you as a mentor. And basically what I'm requesting from you is, I know you said, actually, your home frequency class with Miriam is really like what pushed me to want to reach out to you, because the way you showed up in that class and just like you being in your joy and like being in business. Like I'm a finance student, and in high school I went to a vocational high school and I studied marketing and entrepreneurship. And I've always been very business savvy. I've always been really good with numbers. I've always, you know, really liked just like crunching numbers and like doing that kind of stuff. And I started as a fine art and photography major in college, but I changed my major because, you know, growing up poor and, you know, my family being from a third world country, and just that poverty programming is like so deep in you know, my family. And so I had to be really intentional about shifting that, and so I changed my major. Going off on a tangent, I'm sorry. Point is that the way you showed up in the home frequency class just told me, and like, you know, pretty much made me feel like I need her. Like she is someone who I've benefited from so much already, just like in you sharing your story, in the way you show up in the world, in the way you show up in the different platforms that you occupy, the different spaces and roles that you play. But there's so much specifically that I would like to ask you, you know. And the reason why I brought up the home frequency class is because you said in that class, like, you're not a practitioner, but honestly, I would love to do a one-on-one session with you, kind of like mentorship style, mentorship slash, you know, even like if you were a practitioner, like I wish I could pay you for you know, an hour of your time or to pick your brain or whatever. So that is my proposal to you. We can we can talk about how, whether one, you're interested, two, how you would like to how we would like to create this space. Obviously I'm in Japan, so we can do like virtual Skype sessions, and I will be in New York in this summer, right before the event. So I would love to take you out to dinner, take you out to brunch, lunch, like at least a couple times, because I do want to like be in your physical presence, and you know, I want to pay for your time somehow, like pay for your meal or like whatever, you know, whatever you feel like resonates. So yeah, that's all I'll say for now. I apologize again for, you know, like I do and I don't apologize for coming to you this way, like just fresh faced and just woke up and it's like not even 9 a.m. yet. So really just want to send you my love and just thank you for your work, and thank you for showing up as yourself in the world and sharing it with us, you know. I've learned so much from you. I have grown so much because of you. I have, you know, you've been a mirror for me, and you're just your goals, you know. And I don't know how old you are. I know you're in your 30s, but I feel like I'm in that, you know, stage of my life where like the turning point is so real right now that all of my pain, all of my hurt, all of my programming, victim mentality, like all that kind of stuff is really something that feels so old, and it's starting to feel so old, and it's just like, this is so whack, you know, like me carrying all this shit, for lack of a better term, is whack, and it's not doing nothing for me anymore. Like maybe at one point it did, but now I'm over it. So I'm ready to, you know, live in my joy full time, because I think joy is definitely my home frequency, and eventually I hope for peace to be my home frequency, but like I want to dance and enjoy for a long time. So I hope that what I said resonated with you, and I hope you're interested in connecting with me. And not sure if you know, but you follow me on Twitter, so I don't know what made you want to follow me back, but I've been following you for a lot of years. And so I'm just gonna put tell you my @ name. It's La Gentej, so it's LAGENTEJ, and that stands for the Genesis Tejada. My first name is Genesis, my last name is Tejada. Genesis means the beginning, and then Tejada means, I don't know, it's my family name. So the reason why I put that as my @ name, and I've had it for many, many years now, is the beginning of, you know, Tejada, my family's legacy. And I feel like I am the youngest in my family. Out of my brother, my sister, I'm the youngest, but I feel like I'm the one that's really being intentional about carrying my family's legacy forward in a more empowered, you know, confident, you know, whatever way. I think sometimes I don't have words like to communicate what I mean, but I feel I've been called to really push my family's legacy forward in a very, very abundant, you know, powerful way. And I know that you have so much to teach, and even though you don't consider yourself a practitioner, you are a practitioner. You've been living this life, you know, and this lifestyle and this journey so clearly for so long, and I think you really do have so much to share, and I know you know that. I'm just like letting you, stomping it on the ground that like you probably don't want to show up in this way like online, but I'm saying like you are magic, and I know you know this. I just want to tell you that like it's so clear, and I see it and I feel it, even from just listening to your podcast and how you show up in all the different spaces. Like, you are magic. And I know that I know you're a good amount of your story, and I know that we all have our little scars and our blemishes or whatever, but you are really divine and you are magic. So I just want to reflect that back to you, because I see it, I feel it, I'm blessed by it, and yes. So I know this was long, but just so much love and gratitude to you. You're just everything. So I hope you receive this message well, and I hope I hear back from you very, very soon. Love you. I really do.